Hey everyone, it's Joe with the Hidden Outdoors, and I got the new First Lite Phase Kit. This is new for this year, and I'm going to be comparing it to the First Lite Whitetail Softshell Catalyst and see if it's worth the upgrade. I'm going to go over the differences and what I like about the new system versus the old. I'd like to add that I am not sponsored by First Lite. I just really like their gear, and there's a piece of gear that fits me for whatever style of hunting that I am doing. So this is just my opinion and my honest review of the Phase Kit versus the Softshell Catalyst. So I have a medium size in the jackets and a small in the bibs. Both seem to fit me great, so whatever size you were in the other one, it should still work. So let's go over the differences here. I'm going to start with the jacket. The main thing that you'll notice is the outside is fleece on the new Phase system, whereas the other one is just a soft shell outside. And the biggest thing that you're going to notice if you're wearing this out in the field, you'll definitely notice that this one is way more windproof, whereas the other one was not. And this one is a little heavier and a little more comfortable when it's a little bit chillier outside. But it does also weigh a little bit more. So on the end of this video, I'll weigh and compare each of them. So besides the fleece and being windproof, those are the two biggest changes, but you will notice there's a little difference in the pockets and configuration of it. So they are more on the outside of the chest. You still have two chest pockets, and then you have the pass-through kit link system, which is really nice if you like to keep your hands closer to your core and a little bit warmer. They are a magnetic. Hopefully you can hear this now when I close this. But it does make a little bit of noise when you are taking your arms out, so you kind of want to do that a little bit slowly so they don't just cling together. As far as noise on the outside of the jacket, I will say they're pretty comparable. I don't think this one's that much quieter, but it is definitely a lot better in cooler situations. I know when I first got the Softshell, the Catalyst, I was kind of unimpressed with the temperature that I could wear it in, whereas this, with the windproofness, it'll be a lot more comfortable down to that actual about 45 degrees. So for the most part, I would wear a sweatshirt, and this now will get me down a little bit farther in comfort and being able to wear this a little bit longer while it's a little cooler. So definitely, in my opinion, I think it's worth the upgrade to this new Phase system versus the Softshell Whitetail Catalyst. And then the other thing that I really like about this jacket is you can see it's got a little bit more of the back, so it will cover your back a little bit more while you're in the tree stand. It does come down a little bit farther there. You still have the two front pockets, but then you have that kit link system, which is nice. And another upgrade here, that same with the other one, is you have the tree stand, your safety harness pass through, which is really nice. Like having that. Both have removable hoods. So I really like that. If you don't like to wear a hood, like I usually would take it off of my system, but it is removable. So if you don't like having the hood on there, you can take that off as well. The shooter's cuff is what they're calling it. You got two different places here, so you can really tighten that up if you would like it. Whereas the old one didn't have anything. It was just what it is here, so you can't really adjust that. And then you have a two-way zipper, so you can zip it all the way down or all the way up. Go ahead and throw this on here and show you how it fits. All right, so I am 5'7", about 160 pounds, and the medium jacket seems to fit me pretty well. Just so you can see here, it's a little long, so it does bunch up just a little bit, but as far as the medium goes, comes down, fits me pretty well. And having the back come down a little bit, so if you're in the tree stand sitting, you don't have to worry about it riding up too much and not covering your back. Really like the pockets, the configuration. The kit link that pass through is really nice. have that, and then the new chest pouches. So if you're actually putting something in up here, you can grab it from the side that you're putting it in, which is a little bit nicer than the other one where the zippers are closer to your chest, so then you have to reach across your body. Just going to be probably a preference thing there. Go ahead and I will throw the other one on. So I have the Catalyst on now. As you can see, this one has the bigger side zips, so you could still get into your bibs if you needed to, but it is a lot more open, so in colder weather it's going to let a lot more air out. Yes, you could zip it up as tight as you can, but then it's a little bit harder to get in and out of that. You still have the 2 front pockets, and then the 2 chest pockets, but like I was saying, it's kind of more of a crossbody reach than the new phase system. Both make a little bit of noise. Both have about the same exact length. This one does not have the longer, the Catalyst does not have the longer tongue in the back to cover your, if you're sitting down, but it is still the right size for me. That I never had any issues with it riding up too far and letting air in. One main other thing that I want to show you here between the two, the main difference here, if you look between the two, the Catalyst is fleece lined, but it's just a fleece line. It's not windproofed, whereas the phase has a grid system fleece and it is windproof, which is a lot better for me, especially if I'm going to wear it in a cooler situation. For the Catalyst, I found myself that if it was sweatshirt weather, I'd rather wear the sweatshirt than wear this. I just didn't find it to be very useful in my kit. But having the windproof and a little bit heavier and thicker, the phase system for me is going to be what I will run for the most part. And then also the core system is what I'll probably use for most of the season until it gets down really cool. But I will definitely be able to wear this new system while it's a little bit cooler. All right, now let's move on to the bibs. I'll kind of go over the main differences here. So same thing, fleece outer versus just the soft shell. The Whitetail Catalyst has just the upper pocket just right on the thigh there, whereas the phase has the same kind of thing, thigh pocket, but then it also has a side zip that goes into that same thigh pocket. So kind of 2 ways to get into that. Still have the magnetic clips, so same as the soft shell. Come up to the top here, you have the chest pocket and then zipper upper. Same thing, you have zippered pocket, and then also the pass-through chest pocket, the kit link system there. One main thing that I like that they switched out, so the sides were Velcroed before, so if you wanted to tighten it up, it's Velcro, so it does make a little bit of noise, especially if you had this unzipped all the way down while you're walking to your stand. Now it is a little buckle system, so buckle that and you can tighten it up that way if you really want to compress it. Still have the full length zipper, which is nice, so if you walk to the stand and then you want to throw these on after you get up there, you can do that. And then also I like that they added these little snap buckles here at the top and bottom. So now you can snap that and you don't have to worry about it coming apart while you're walking to your stand or having it unzipped. So you have one at the boot too, which I like that it has that, just because walking to the stand, if you do want it unzipped, it's something to still hold them together so they're not just flapping all over. Alright, so that is the main differences between the two. I'm going to go ahead and weigh them so you can see the differences here. So this is the Whitetail Catalyst, and that is 1.78 pounds. Now for the other bibs, these are both small size, so £2.34. So it's definitely heavier. So if you're a weight kind of person, that maybe might be a deal breaker for you. But I will say these are going to be a lot warmer and block the wind. So what was that? 2.34 or 2.24 pounds versus 1.78. So almost a half-pound difference there. Now these are both size mediums in the phase. So 2.1 pounds. And 1.44 pounds. So same kind of thing, about a half a pound different. So if you do upgrade, it's going to be about another pound that you'll be carrying in, which for me is not that big a deal, especially with what you're going to gain from the new system. All right, so let's wrap this up. Is it actually worth updating to this new system? I will personally say I'm probably going to wear the core system a lot more. I just find that sweatshirt and layering underneath of it usually gets me to a little bit cooler temperatures, and in the Midwest here, that's what I'm usually hunting the most in and sitting longer. But for me, I like to update my kit every now and then, so when this new phase system came out, I decided to get it and compare it to the soft shell Catalyst. So to recap this video, is it worth buying this new phase system if you already have the Catalyst soft shell? I personally thought it was worth the upgrade. The main reason why is just because the windproof and being able to wear this at a little cooler temperatures. I just find myself that if I can wear a sweatshirt or layer a little bit more, it's easier for me to do that. And I just felt like there wasn't even a temperature that this was more comfortable in than just wearing a sweatshirt. Whereas the windproofness and a little bit thicker, whereas the phase, I just felt like I can wear it a little bit cooler, make it last a little bit longer, and it is more comfortable than wearing a sweatshirt when it gets cooler. And you're just in between those kind of weird temperature ranges where a sweatshirt just isn't quite comfortable enough, but the insulation piece might be a little bit too much. So I definitely think it is worth the upgrade. They have sales too, so hopefully you can catch a sale. Like I said earlier, I am not sponsored by First Lite. I just like to wear their clothes. I felt like they work really well for me in the whitetail woods, and also some of their pieces work pretty well for me in the western hunting as well. I really hope that you found this to be helpful. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. I'm always coming out with different videos and different gear reviews, so hopefully you'll subscribe and follow along. And as always, I really appreciate you watching, and stay hidden.